Hi everyone again, I'm from Ukraine. In this video I want to talk about the first days of the war in my country. I will tell you how I saw Russian military equipment that fired in civilians in my city. And I will also tell you about the first serious shelling due to which my family and I had to hide at the basement. In the last video I talked about the first day of the war. I also mentioned that our relatives moved to us and we lived together for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks we had to leave our city because it had become very unsafe. I will share with you what happened when we were moving out of the city in the following videos. In this video I want to tell you about the first days of the war. Already on the first day, the Russians began shelling our city. When we were under threat of shelling, we heard the siren and immediately went to the basement. We have 3 types of threats. The first type of threat is shelling. The second is street fighting. The third type of threat is an airstrike. Russian planes began to fly and bomb our city a few days after the start of the war. On the first day of the war, Russian tanks entered our city. And also, on the first day of the war, we heard shots from machine guns outside the window. Before our relatives came to our house, they had called us. They were crying because they saw a video in which it was shown how a lot of Russian military equipment was moving through the native village of my relatives and shelling the civilian population. They spent their childhood in that village. Now our relatives lived in an apartment on the 11th floor, which was not safe during the war. So they decided to stay with us in our house. Besides, we had a basement in our house and it was much safer to stay there. There were not so many sirens on the first day, but that day I saw Russian tanks in my city. First I got a call from my friend who was in the city center. He told how he saw Russian military equipment that was going right through the city. He said that he was very scared and didn't know how to return home, because it wasn't safe. He had to wait for some time, but then he was able to come back home. By the way, this friend of mine decided to stay in my hometown and I decided to leave. He is alive, but he often hears explosions and gunshots. I had the opportunity to see what was happening in my city on cameras in real time. When I saw that Russian military vehicle were moving around my city, I was very upset. This is a very unpleasant feeling. I live in Ukraine and I can say that no one is happy to see Russian army in our country. Also, I believe in God, and I know that He always protects me. Thanks everyone for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. I will continue to tell you about what is happening in my country. Wait for my next videos. Bye everyone.